All right, let's talk about the stages of development, those that will make the difference of you becoming a successful trader or one that fails. There's 3 stages. Let's talk about them today in this video. I know you're probably sitting back, come across this video, clicked on it, and I'm going to provide you some good educational information, especially if you're interested in trading futures, or it doesn't really matter what market. This stuff is critical to understand because this is the reason why people become successful and profitable at trading, regardless of the markets. I'm a futures trader. I trade surrounding supply and demand, and here are the 3 stages of development that I feel like people really need to develop, build upon, and that set the tone and the foundation for profitable and successful traders. So the number 1 stage is discovery. When I first started off, I didn't know much about trading other than, like most people do, about stocks, okay? Buying particular companies, holding long term, hoping to make a dollar out of it, right? But there's so many other markets in which you can tap into, whether it's Forex, options, futures, which I love, okay? There are so many people that are shifting from other markets to come over to futures, and, you know, I see it across many videos and personal talks with other individuals. But you have to be discover who you are as a person. And when I'm talking about this, you have to dig deep in your inner being to see if you have what it takes to be a day trader. Everybody wants to and thinks that they can become a successful trader, right? But that's not always the case, okay? It's just like not everybody's meant to be a musician or a pro athlete or a doctor or an attorney or an engineer. We are put here on this earth as individuals with gifts and qualities that we have to figure out how to use them. They're called tools, right? We have to dig in that toolbox to determine which one of those keys is going to be the success for us to open that door to allow us to be great. We're already great coming into this world, right? So, and each one of us has a gift, and multiple people have multiple gifts. So don't ever sit around and say that you don't have something, that you're put here and whoever your creator is didn't give you a specific gift, okay, or whatever. I'm not going to talk about religion or faith in this video, but I'm just telling you from the standpoint is that you were given something so precious and special. So use that tool is what I'm trying to get at. All right. So when we are discovering who we are as individuals, it starts off as from an early age. Okay. Lots of us figure out, even at the age of 5 years old, that we want to become a doctor or a singer or an actor or an actress or an attorney, whatever it is that you have interest in. That's what's going to fuel you and give you the fire through most of your life, right? And even into your adulthood, okay? Now, there's nothing wrong with taking on a side hobby or finding passion in a craft or a hobby that you may have, and it end up being something that professionally that you really love to do, and you make money from it. Because I always talk about when it comes to making money in life, you don't chase the money. You allow the passion to give you the fuel to be able to see things through to become successful. All right, and the money follows. And the biggest means of what I found in life is that by helping other individuals, that's what gives us, puts us ahead in life. Because I believe that's what we're here to create it to be able to do, is to help our own kind, help humankind as a whole. All right. So just like with me, I'm sharing with individuals how I trade from a personal standpoint, and whether they absorb it, write it down, watch the videos, it's up to them. I'm not going to do any hand holding here. You have to put in the time, just like people before me did, just like I did, spending thousands of hours testing and educating myself about the markets and reading the charts. You know, you have to do the same thing. So understanding what trading really is, I mean, that's pretty elementary and pretty easy to do. You can go online, Google it, you know, look at Investopedia. You know, you can gather that information from any trade guru or friend or colleague or whoever that you may know that's in the industry or business of trading, regardless of what market they particularly trade. You know, from a catch-all standpoint, trading is what it is. Okay, we're picking particular markets and learning based on, you know, movement of the markets and being able to study the charts, how to trade. Okay, So you have to understand what trading is all about. It's the buying and of selling of securities in a nutshell. Okay, you just have to pick which one of those apples or oranges you love the best to be able to do. All right, and just educate yourself. As far as the charts and things of that nature, I mean, it's pretty much across the board all the same. You just have to really look at the charts, understand what's going on in the market. Some markets are a little bit different than others. Like say for instance, options are a little bit more. There's more things that we have to pay attention to. I talked about that in a video about the Greeks and things and those things. Theta and gamma. You have to pay attention to in some other markets, other little things. Okay, but overall, trading is just being able to study the overall movement of the market and understanding what's going on at certain price points where you see lots of buying or selling taking place at, and understanding who's behind the curtain pulling the strings. It's not us as retail traders. So you have to understand again what trading it really is and how the business of trading actually works. Becoming self-aware and this is all under the discovery part because we're trying to figure out, as a person, is this something that we're going to entertain? What trading is. Am I going to love trading once I find out what it is? Becoming self-aware. That's something that you have to really look at yourself in the mirror and say, will I find passion in doing so? Okay. Am I passionate about other things in life? Can I become passionate about trading just as well? Maybe so. But you'll never know until you give it a try, right? That's everything in life. We're not going to know until we give something a try. All right. But you have to understand who you are as a person, and people need to stop thinking that they can do everyone else's job or they can do exactly what someone else's destiny is. All right. Not to say you can't give it a shot at it, and if it doesn't work, you just move forward and find out. Chop it up, move on. That's just how things are in life. But again, like I say, I'm the type of person that if I believe wholeheartedly that if I see other people can do or doing something, I can do that just as well. I carry that on the inside of me. I don't know if that's just being so optimistic about things in life, and I give it my best. I put my best foot forward in life and everything that I do, and that's when, for me, trading. I was thrown a lifeline in a sense, okay? All right? And I grabbed onto it, and I held tight to it, and I didn't give up. But there were plenty of struggles that I went through in getting to where I'm at today and being profitable. But again, I mean, there's nothing in life that's going to come easy without enduring a little pain or setbacks. You just have to push through the hurdles and move forward. But understanding who you are as a person is going to help you get there, all right? If you're someone that's pessimistic or you're someone that is constantly every single day going through the ups and downs and the emotions of being, just being an emotional person, you're not going to make it in this business, because the psychological point or part of trading, or just you're going to stand in your own way. The emotions are what's going to ruin you as a trader, because most people who trade, they trade when they get into this business, they're revenge trading. They lose money. They're chasing the market. They're trading based on greed and fear and other psychological components. Learn about those, because those are highly important things that you need to figure out and see if you're struggling with any of them. Can I push my way through them? Can I cope with them? Can I find my way of dealing with situations in life that I can push through and stay focused when it comes to trading? All those things that possibly could stand in your way, they will be there. And maybe not today, but in time. And you're going to have to understand and learn how to deal with things in life and stay focused, okay? Just as you do with other things in life. I mean, trading is just not about just trading. I mean, because you're going to be pushed to the limits, just like pro athletes. You're going to get pushed to the limits to really see if this part here is really going to be able to remain intact, okay? Regardless of all the things that are surrounding you that are really hitting here in the mind. If they are, then maybe you need to take a step back, okay? Until those times until you surpass those emotional things or kind of iron out what you have issues with, all right? So you have to figure out who you are as a person, okay? And figure out, do you have what it takes to be able to make it in this business? Trust me, I'm telling you that if you struggle with something severely, when you have highs and lows or ups or downs, to where you are just not intact as a person, if you have issues with chasing the almighty dollar. And if you lose $1,000, it's going to like your world's going to come crumbling down. You're not going to make it in this business. You have to understand that there are going to be losses in this business. And the thing about it is called risk management, cutting your losses and being able to get back in the game and make it back up and some, okay, to remain profitable. All right. Being disciplined, that's, going back to just being a structural individual, remaining focused, being able to steer forward. Okay. Yeah, there will be step backs or kickbacks, but you're going to have to be able to push and jump over the hurdles. Okay. Every day is not going to be a good day, but being a disciplined individual will get you through the bad days or get you through and help you recover from a loss you made the prior day. That's just a part of being a strong individual. That's what it takes for us to be able to push forward in life. And that's anything. But if you sit there and just stew and brew in your own emotional, downfall in a sense, or you spiral out of control, you're not going to make it in this business. You're not going to be able to get back in front of the charts and do what you need to do on a daily basis to say, hey, I lost $2,000 yesterday, or I lost $2,500 yesterday. I'm going to make it back up today. That's called being positive. But going back and reflecting what it was that may have stepped in or that caused you to lose that particular trade, and hopefully you don't lose that kind of money on a trade because you're smart enough to be able to get out of a trade quick enough. But I know beginner traders that start off, they put money in their account and they blow accounts because they don't know how to trade correctly. And they have to go through all that heartache to be able to get to, and they finally understand what the missing component was. And most times it's not being able to read structure, okay? Understanding what the market is really trying to do. Because the market can shift and turn at any given point. All right, it can do one thing this moment, and the next thing is doing something totally different. So you have to figure that out. Having an analytical mindset, part of the discovery part or stage, being a successful trader. Being able to really break down the components of trading, being able to break down what's going on the charts, being able to, what I found is that most people who are like mathematicians, those that maybe study economics or study, physics or whatever it may be, anybody who has a mathematical type mind set, someone that's very analytical, they tend to make it and fare very well in this business because they're quickly able to just look at the chart and break down and see what's going on. What the market is really trying to do. What are the banks, the big boys, the institutions, the fat cats really trying to do, in the end all of things. You have to see that, okay? It's like the movie, I'm not sure if many of you have watched it or not, many years ago, A Beautiful Mind with Russell Crowe, having that type thing, being able to, you get it almost becomes second nature to you, the back of your hand, just that easy. You're moving with the market, the flow of it. You know what the banks and institutions are getting ready to do, because they've shown their hand, okay? Like playing a good game of cards, and they've shown their hand, so you got to think logically, okay, they're going to do this next. Once you study this enough, you'll know the behavior of what they're going to do next, all right? Let's move on to the stage 2, okay, of being a successful trader. What does it take, all right? Those that really become profitable. That's structural and building a foundation. What does that mean? 1, learning the core trading components like market structure and price action. You always hear me talking about market structure and price action. What does that mean? Market structure is no more than just understanding the ebbs and flows of what the market is doing at any given time, historically or in the present sense. Okay? Market moving up, breaking highs, making higher highs and higher lows, breaking structure to the upside. Market moving lower, taking out area to the left hand side of the chart, breaking structure lower. Okay? Any given point, it can turn back around. Start breaking structure back to the upside. So it's just up, down motion, being able to go and trade or understand the ebbs and flows of the market, and being able to look for setups surrounding your strategy so you can trade accordingly. That is what market structure is, okay? Price action is, in a sense, you're following the structure of the market, but price action is, okay, if we have zones marked off, I trade supply and demand, say, for example, right? The market, say, right here was moving lower, right? I marked this supply area right here. I want to pay attention to price action, meaning the movement, the small movements that the market is making as it retraces back or pulls back to the zone, to determine, do I have And will I get an opportunity based on rejection, okay, and confirmation to take it back down to retest the lows down here and possibly break through it, correct? So that's price action, being able to understand the overall movement of the market structure, and price action, understanding the small intricate movements back to our key zones or key levels to understand, to see, what the market was doing as it was retracing back or pulling back to those levels, okay? And that's going to help you determine, can you get into a trade or not, okay? Is there enough room? Is there going to be rejection? You got to pay attention, because price action is going to be the underlying factor that's going to be the telltale sign of you taking a trade or not, okay? And then moving on, developing an effective strategy, still under the structural and building a foundation stage. Developing an effective strategy, okay? There are so many different strategies that people trade. I trade supply and demand. Maybe ask them what that is. That's just, we're looking for areas of aggressive buying and selling, but we want to take trades in accordance to what the structure of the market is doing. What is it showing us? What is the structure? Here we saw the market, and this is real time in today's session, moving higher, making higher highs and higher lows, right? That's a demand zone. Why? Aggressive buying. Pushing up, makes a high, higher low, higher high. Structural breaks to the upside, where we see aggressive areas of demand. And it could just as well have been, key areas of supply back down to the downside. The market pushing lower here, pulling back, breaking structure, pulling back, breaking structure. There's supply here, there's supply resting right here. That's aggressive selling to the downside. If you trade supply and demand, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't trade supply and demand, or you're new to first time watching this video, then understand and learn supply and demand. I'm not telling anyone to trade supply and demand, because you could trade support and resistance or any means of other strategy that you possibly trade. But all I'm trying to say is find one that works, one that's effective, one that you can be consistent with and be profitable with as well. Okay? These are, again, the stages of development, the components, the things that make the difference of someone succeeding versus failing. Still in the same stage, too, okay? Creating a trading plan. Now, a trading plan is what you're going to write down, whether it's on a whiteboard, chalkboard, piece of paper, a notebook. It's going to be your rules, the guidelines of what you're going to surround and stick within when you're trading on a daily basis. It could involve from the moment you wake up to a regimen of things you do, following up to you sitting in front of the charts, the things you look for, when it comes to your strategy, just everything as a whole, the step-by-step process or rules that you're going to adhere to and stay, okay, governed to on a daily basis when you're trading, okay? All right, everything that makes you up as a trader, that's going to be your trading plan. All right, so in each one of those is individualized and they're different. Don't copy someone else's. Write what's good for you and works for you and stick with that. Hey, if you don't trade a particular day, Tuesday, Wednesday, okay, and that's part of your trading plan, then stick with that. Okay, if you trade 1 hour a day, then stick with that. Whatever it is, if you trade a specific strategy and that's the only strategy you trade, stick with that. That's part of your trading plan. Number 3, okay, this is the third stage of development and becoming a successful trader, is being intuitive. Intuitive meaning being smart enough, okay, to know when to take a trade and know when to cut your losses, okay? Surrounding the strategy that you take. I talk about that in multiple videos here on this channel, because people always ask me, and it's like people don't take the time to watch the videos. They just want to quickly ask a question without watching the content. Just about every question you could possibly have is going to be within the videos that I've created, because I've created over 700 of them. So think about it. It's there. Take the time to watch it. Stop asking silly questions. The material is there. Watch the content, okay? And you'll find the answer to what you're looking for. When you're into a trade, okay, knowing where to get out of a trade quick enough if it does not work against you. I talk about risk management, cutting the losses early to do what? Preserve your own capital, or to stay in some means of a evaluation with a prop firm that you're looking to pass a evaluation on. Cutting your losses early enough. Risk management. That's everything. That's going to make the difference of you, again, succeeding or failing, or lowering accounts, whether it's your personal or an evaluation. All right. Also having the awareness or foresight to know where a trade could go to. That's being able to read the market, the structure, following price action. Okay, the market just tested this zone here. I talked about it in a video that I recorded today, and it's going to be posted tomorrow, just showing the trades that I took in today's trade session, for example. So it's a live recorded trading session. And I talked about this area right here. And I talk about stuff like this in multiple videos. What do we see here? This is aggressive selling. The market starts to break structure back to the upside. What do you think they're going to want to do? They're going to fill this area in. The market has to correct itself, balance itself out. So you have to be logical and have a intuitive mindset to be able to understand the things that are going to unfold as the market is breaking structure higher and they start testing imbalances, or if you want to call them fair value gaps, back up to the upside. They're going to fill it. They're going to correct it. The market has to fill every one of those areas in at some point. It may not be immediately, but they're going to fill the area in. So that's a very important part or stage in when you go through the development process of becoming a successful trader, is being smart enough and knowing what's unfolding within the market, being smart enough and knowing the type of trades to take surrounding your strategy, and being smart enough to know, I know a lot of people are working on being able to hold trades longer. Okay. We all try to do that. We all try to become better traders over time. That's what the aim for, right? Because the aim is to increase profits over time. And the only way to do it is to be smart about everything we do when it becomes as a trader. Okay. So those are the 3 stages that I like to talk about when it comes to the make up the difference of someone succeeding or not succeeding as a trader. So take them for what they are. Hopefully you will kind of incorporate this into your own, or at least listen to what I have to say, okay? And marinate on it, write it down, watch the video again, go back and watch the videos on the channel. I'm not saying watch 700 of them. Maybe you want to become an elite member, and because I've picked out a series of videos that basically break down the way I trade, okay, and show you how I trade. I'm not telling anyone to copy the way I trade, but I share my own personal ways and strategy of how I trade. So if you're interested in becoming an elite member, it's $6.99 a month, and you can find the link down in the description portion of the video, or click on the join button. But there's going to be 2 tiers that pop up. Just make sure you choose the one that says elite channel supporter or elite channel member. Okay, that's the one you want to join, basically. And what you're doing is supporting me as a content creator by pushing out this valuable content outside of me being a trader. But I share this valuable wealth of information and give it away to the community for free. But those that want more of a behind the curtains, and receive the trade breakdowns, to where I go in depth about my trade setups and talk about basically breaking things down as if you're sitting next to me, so you get an understanding why I took that trade. What was I thinking leading up to that trade? Okay, where would I put my stop at? What am I trying to aim for target? Things of that nature, as well as the video playlist. Then you can join and become a elite channel supporter or elite channel member. And I appreciate all of you guys, everyone that's currently an elite member. Thank you for doing so and supporting the efforts of me creating this valuable content and pushing it out there so that people can grasp this information and understand that you can do it just as well. You can become successful in trading. But again, you have to figure out, is this something of interest to you or not? But outside of that, that's all I really have to share with you. If you're not a current subscriber, please take the time to go ahead and click on the sub button down below. Make sure to turn on all your post notifications by clicking on once you click on the subscribe button, you'll see a little couple icons that pop up, like all with a bell beside it. Click on that. Make sure that you turn on all your post notifications so you never miss one of the uploads here on the channel. Also, please make sure to drop a like on the video if you found value in today's content, with me covering the 3 stages of development when it becomes 3 stages of development when it comes to becoming an successful trader. Okay, thank you for everyone for watching today's video. I wish everyone a fabulous and wonderful weekend, and I may drop another video this weekend. We'll see what happens, but take care and have a fabulous day.